well, moving the ball and sharing with each other.
That's what we could not believe. The teamwork tonight, the extra pass, was just phenomenal.
Yeah, we've been working really hard in practice, going after it. You know, we had an upset against Heelan last week, so we knew we just had to get after it the next game, and keep on going up from here.
We've talked about that since that second quarter against Heelan where you guys totally outplayed them. You guys have been on fire.
Yeah, I just can't wait for our season. Keeps on going, keep on getting better. It's up from here.
Big games coming up. You're on the road Friday. Then you have Sergeant Bluff here and AL here. Some big games coming up for you guys.
Yep, so ready for it.
Yeah, it looked like it tonight. Congratulations on a great game, Lanesha.
Thank you.
You bet. Lanesha Wooten, the outstanding junior and the daughter of former East High All-Stater Rob Wooten. I had to throw that in for you.
Thank you,
Congratulations, kid. Great game.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Great. Nice job.
Yeah.
Is Tori here? Welcome back. We are talking to another star of the game as Tori Drent, the junior guard. Outstanding game for you guys tonight. You guys played like you were just ticked off.
Yeah, it was really good to just get fiery on defense. Like, our defense really turned into our offense, and we really got after it. Got some good possessions on both sides of the court and really just kept it rolling.
You had 9 points, but that wasn't the real story of the game. You also had 5 assists, 6 steals, and 9 rebounds. Quite a game.
Yeah. I've been struggling on offense lately, so just getting those defensive possessions and just helping my team out for those who are having a better night than me.
It was so impressive, Tori, watching you guys pass the ball. Your passing, team-wise, was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was definitely a team effort. Our ball movement was great. Just keeping it moving around, get everybody some shot opportunities, and just even the bench is helping us out.
Almost February, big week coming up next week, and then tournament play. It seems like you guys just keep getting better and better.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Just keep moving up.
Congratulations, Tori. Tori Drent, outstanding game tonight for the junior guard for the East High Black Raiders, and a great job of coaching, too, by that coach of yours. So, congratulations, kid.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All have dreams. At South Dakota State University, we dare to dream big. From the arts to the sciences, students and faculty discover what is possible and solve complex problems, challenging ourselves to think differently and impact our world. With SDSU, reaching to the stars starts on solid ground. Experience our elevated approach to education that prepares students to walk toward their future and build something greater.
When the thermometer drops or the snow falls, you better come in to Bombgars, where we've got what you need when you need it. Like batteries and booster cables, sand tubes, ice scrapers, and antifreeze to keep you mobile this winter. Bombgars is the place for ice melt and snow blowers, heated pet bowls, and keep you warm clothing, like insulated boots, gloves, coveralls, and coats of all kinds. From the Midwest to the Rockies, when the cold wind blows, Bombgars got you covered.
At Premier Communications, we're all about connection, connecting you to all the entertainment, work, and family you love with our phone, internet, cable TV, and tech support services. And now, that connection has gotten even faster with internet speeds up to 1 gig. Experience the next level of connection with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call toll-free 800-741-8351. Premier Communications. Looking ahead.
Up to your neck and trying to swim through confusing insurance policy choices? Well, before you drown in coverage you don't need, contact Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. Ryan will help you assess your immediate and also long-term needs so you can clearly choose options catered to your home, personal property, or financial future. Contact Ryan and review your coverage today. 605-377-6776. Don't drown in coverage that you don't need. Stay afloat with Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. 605-377-6776.
If you want it spit polished and shiny like new, take your rig to C60 Detail. Bumper to bumper, side to side, top to bottom, and in and out. C60 works on everything. Cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, semis, and even farm equipment. You name it, they can do it. Your satisfaction is in the details. C60 Detail, just east of Hinton on C60.
Iowa Lakes is the biggest bang for your buck. I don't know why you wouldn't come here. There's more to community colleges than you think. It's not just go to class and go home. There's still so many fun things you can do on campus. I made some great friendships with my professors. Like, I wanted to go to class. I wanted to do their assignments. You know, I liked the challenge that they gave me. And I think that makes a world of difference. I couldn't have asked for more. My name is Lauren Flayhardy, and I think Iowa Lakes is the perfect place to be.
Welcome back to East High. We get set for our second game of the doubleheader as the East High girls were outstanding in their big win here tonight. And now East Slamma Jamma will try to pick up their 12th win of the season against Upstart West. These two teams played in December, and West, until the final 6 minutes of the basketball game, gave East Slamma Jamma quite a basketball game. As we get set here, Coach Raz Vanderloo and his basketball team get set to play here. And a big stretch of games, as you said, Rob, before the game, as East High certainly cannot be looking ahead. They have 2 games this week, and then next week comes their huge games. Home against Sergeant Bluff, home against AL, who's ranked number 5 in the state. And then the following day they play number 2, Valley of West Des Moines. So it's going to be good to see how East High playing a little bit better after having a 7-day break right in the middle of the season where they didn't play on a Friday or Saturday and struggled to come back from them, but it's starting to look pretty good.
Yeah, it's a really tough stretch when you don't play for that full week. And, you know, it just takes time to get yourself re-gelling with each other and playing a consistent team basketball. And looking really forward to that game with AAL. That could be a deciding factor as the Black Raiders make a push to get back down to the well.
Sure you are, because you get to call that thing too. Indeed. But I balance it out. I get to call the Valley game on the Saturday. So
that's not a bad deal either.
It's kind of a fair trade for us all right there. Starting lineups brought to you by Sioux City Tarps of Sioux City. At one guard for West High will be Cameron Hegna, a 6-foot junior. At the other guard will be Jeremiah Whiteshirt, a 6'1" junior. Up front they'll have Nason Case, a 6'7" senior. Tavian Manning, a 6'3" senior, and Devariel Kraft, a 6-foot junior. For East High's Black Raiders, brought to you by Sioux City Tarps. At one guard will be Chris Loggins, who's been red hot, 6'4" junior. At the other guard will be Bayal Yusuf, a 6'2" junior. Up front, Knife Yusuf, a 6'2" junior. Jack Oman will get a start tonight, the 6'5" junior, and in the post will be Manase Kasango Malu, a 6'7" senior. Very balanced, very explosive East Slamma Jamma basketball team.
Yeah, they do this year. Balance has been huge factor with these guys, and they've been making the extra pass so much better than in years past. I think that's going to be a big factor as well, and just playing the all-around team game.
One thing we've talked about, Rob, is Coach Vanderloo's team has always been good in transition, have not shot the three, but in the last 2 weeks they've been shooting the three extremely well, but have struggled in transition.
Yeah, that's kind of what we've been wanting, to get over the hump and put all aspects of the game together. And of course, defensively, very solid. So it's just one of those things that they got to get the whole package put together. And this West team, you know, one win, but they've been in several contests. And of course, young coach Terrell Blakey leading the ranks over there. So look for a good game tonight. West is going to come in here, and they're really going to go at the East High Black Raiders.
I was just going to bring up our good friend Terrell Blakey. We've known him since he's a kid. The job kind of fell upon him, but he's done a heck of a job for a young man.
Absolutely. He's not afraid of the moment.
And just like that, Manase controls the tip to Chris Loggins, and Chris has been averaging 22 points their last 4 games. So just like that, East Slamma Jamma takes a quick lead of 2-0, come up with a steal. Knife Yusuf, who has been on fire as well, gets fouled as he drives in. If you go to our Twitter page, you can watch some big-time slams by Knife, and he's fouled there, and he's going to go to the line.
And of course, that active play on the defensive end led to that 2-on-1 break there.
Well, as we've said, the Yusuf twins, as good of on-ball defenders, and you and I have watched a lot of basketball in this area. The two Yusuf, Knife and Bilal, are outstanding on-the-ball defenders.
Yeah, up in your grill, they work you really hard make you work so hard on the offensive end that it changes how you play on both ends of the floor.
Knife, a 68% free throw shooter, hits 1 out of the 2. It's a quick three-point lead as Jeremiah Whiteshirt faces that pressure and brings it in. West shot the ball extremely well at West High to remain in the game against East, but it looks like East is out, and we're talking about that on-the-ball defense as Knife Yusuf is just out there bodying up and playing without fouling, which is tremendous. Ball deflected away, picked up by Manase, and here comes East Slamma Jamma, already up 3-0 on a Tuesday night. Glad you could join us on Metro Sports TV. Here's Bilal Yusuf. A pair of junior guards are the Yusuf boys. Fahmy Yusuf, sophomore, comes off the bench, averaging 15 points a game. Loggins to Jack Oman, out to Bilal Yusuf, and he knocks it in. And that's talking about those three-pointers, and there's another quick steal, and they're going to say on the floor foul, and just like that, 6-0. When East High is hitting those three-pointers, they are outstanding.
Yeah, and those are the simple mistakes you can't make if you're a West High Wolverine, just a nonchalant throw the ball in bounds, because East is going to be up in your grill right off until they get called off. The Dogs type into that half-court trap, but the initial possession up there after a made basket, they are all over you. West found out the hard way there.
Raz Vanderloo calling out the inbound play. We've seen through the years how effective Raz is on his inbound plays. Oman, they like to go to high post back to Jack whenever he takes the ball out of bounds. Instead, they're just going to fire up a three and knock it in. That works too.
Yeah. B's just going to drop those in right off there. Bilal is just set up, squares up, just a nice looking jump shot right there.
Then there's another steal. Manase, East Slamma Jamma, and he does it right there. Manase sends one in. It's 11-0 East High. Big time dunk by Manase Kasango Malu. Wow. 11-0, just like that. And there's a steal by Knife Yusuf. This one's coming down. Boom! East Slamma Jamma on a roll. Timeout called. It's 13-0 Slamma Jamma.
Sight is sacred. It's one of the things that makes our connections so real. Locking eyes with another person, sharing a smile, watching your children grow and run and play. It's for those reasons that we take our job here at Vance Thompson Vision so seriously. Why we take that trust that's placed in us to guard that sense so seriously.
East Slamma Jamma on full display. Rob Maynard on our Vance Thompson Vision instant replay. Monase with a big slam right there. And then shortly after, another steal by Knife Yusuf. And he knifes in with a big hammer dunk, as you see right here. East Slamma Jamma on a roll. Long three off. Offensive rebound by the Wolverines. They can't handle it. Goes out of bounds. And East High not fooling around after their close call at West in December.
Yeah, and just to start, West didn't want to get here as they just haven't had a chance to get a good clean shot off yet versus tough defense by the East High Black Raiders.
Monase spins, jump passes it over to Bilal Yusuf, and he's 3 for 3. The dunks and three-pointers are coming in a fury here for the East High Black Raiders. 16-0. And we're just getting settled here. West trying to find something good to happen as baseline drive and a little floater, and that helps right there as Trey Kraft checks into the game and knocks in a nice floater to get West on the scoreboard. But now they're going to have to shut down a hot shooting East High Black Raiders. Chris Loggins fires it up. That one's long. Ball tipped up. No good. And a run out, not getting back on defense was East High. And they were just too anxious that time as the opposite guard didn't rotate back and get back on D. He was more interested in going and get that rebound.
Yeah, I think they thought Loggins was going to put up that shot and then he was going to get back, and he crashed, and so did the wings. So that's just one of those things, that little off communication, and probably wanted the tip in dunk.
Free throw good, 16-3 as Trey Kraft has scored all three, as Wes is going to try to settle down here midway in the first quarter after East Slamma Jamma came out and started slamming them and stepping in. It doesn't get any easier as they go to the bench. Fahmy Yusuf, the 6'4" sophomore, averaging 15 points in limited minutes, is in the game. Fahmy Yusuf and Cal Jepson, the All-State football quarterback, checks in. So when Raz goes to the bench, they're pretty good. Good give and go by Monase inside as Knife Yusuf, who has really stepped up his game here in the last 2 weeks.
Stepped up and raised it up there on that fly down dunk, and the highlight really you saw up at Lamar's, I tell you, is just the kid's a phenomenal athlete. We've been saying it since these boys been freshmen. Well, even back when they were in 6th grade, I remember watching them and thinking they're going to be something, and they are.
All three are in the game now. If people would just leave them alone, they're going to have great careers. And they already are, but just juniors and sophomores playing at East High. They are going to be legends here. 18-4 is your score as Knife has a quick 5 points. It's 18-4. The Yusuf boys got a big fanfare. Ball tipped as Monase has been controlling the boards inside. Long left-handed three by Anthony Grant. And all 7 points for West High, and Coach Terrell Blakey has come off the bench. Monase short stand up, goes up and slams it home. Monase using that great athletic ability with that spin move.
Excellent spin move, and here's the baseline.
Hedge by Knife, and they're gonna go another dunk. East Slamma Jamma. Knife Yusuf. That's an instant replay of our instant replay. Monase dunks and Knife dunks. Long three put up, off no good. Skying for the rebound is Knife Yusuf. Whatever was going on at East High today, do it every day. These guys have been on fire. As Bilal Yusuf hits his third three of the game, 25-7, and Fahmy Yusuf slaps it out of bounds. I was just saying hi to their big fan base in western Nebraska. I hope they're all watching tonight. They're watching a highlight film of Yusuf boys. 25-7 is your score. East High, the best game of the day would be the East High girls versus the East High boys. Both teams are just playing like they are angry.
Yeah, showing these little replays while we got a chance here, our Vance Thompson replays, and this one, Knife gets the steal there at half court and
boom!
Pulled a Jordan and left about the free throw line.
Little cup dunk by Knife Yusuf. Gabe Hogers is in the house, the AD at West High. Good to see him. Nice young man and does a heck of a job. As the activities director, there's a steal by, we're going to have another one. This is going to be Fahmy. Fahmy double clutches and then lays it in. And he was going to do the old pause dunk. Cal Jepson with some great defensive pressure out front on Higna as Raz wants a 5 call. He's in the game. 2:57 to go, pass underneath, and again, East High was looking to jump out and run out before the defensive series was over.
And Coach Raz turned to the bench and said, we don't need that. We don't have to do that. As he waves his arms.
And they certainly next week, they cannot do that. Here's Cal Jepson squaring up for 3. Why not? Cal Jepson buries his 6th 3 of the game. And Raz wants to pick up full. They thought it was a timeout, but it was just the net. 30 points in the quarter, and there's still 2:30 to go in the first quarter. Oh, my.
Wow. I didn't even realize that. It's onslaught of offense here in this first quarter.
30-9 is your score. East Slamma Jamma prepping for a big stretch run, which starts next week. 3 huge games. Good spin move by Hegna. Nice pass inside, and Chris Loggins reached in. Chris thought he got the ball, but you got to show hands, really. You're not going to get that call. And going to the line will be Tavian Manning, the 6'3" junior.
That was a tough pass to catch down here on the offensive end for West as Hegna spun, but he got up in the air and threw a jump pass down to the kneecaps. Able to come up with that ball. It's pretty impressive.
First trip to the free throw line this year for Tavian Manning, 6'3" junior. Looks to add to East total to get them in double digits as they've been hit by a buzzsaw here in the first quarter. East High can do that to you. It's good to see them playing a lot better, especially in transition as they've struggled. Second free throw is good. 30-10 is your score. There's Monase and that spin move. They better start stopping that with some help because he is just too good when you give him that spacing. And Monase has 6 points, all on monster dunks. Oh my.
That baseline drop step spin move is so tough to defend that you're going to have to get somebody in that little bit of help on the down low side.
Fahmy Yusuf slaps down. I'd like to see Fahmy not do that. Just keep his hands up and distract the shooter that deep and not foul and give up 3. But Monase is so quick down there, and he's doing such a good job of giving him space. Last year, you'd post up a little too low and get defended by the sideline and the backboard. This year, he's learned to move up, and as we said, he has not played a lot of basketball in his career. His best ball is in front of him.
Yeah, if he stays with basketball, he's got a pretty solid future. And now he got some offers to play football, but tonight, after I see what I got here, basketball might be his future.
Well, nice flex cut by Knife Yusuf. He steps through and Knife is just looking to dunk everything as he was squaring up to power it in. I was talking to Monase earlier this week, and he, as you mentioned, Rob, Monase has gotten big-time football offers: Nebraska, Iowa State, Notre Dame. Speaks 4 different languages, and he's a 3.9 student. So he's got a big future, but he, with the new junior college rules, as young as he is, some of the bigger JUCOs have been recruiting him, and he's thinking, well, let's go develop my craft, and by the age 22, 23, still go play some more basketball.
And then you could switch over and play football if he wants to do it then too, and probably for about $1 million.
Oh, yeah. Oh, to be 6'7", 235 and fast, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a beautiful drive in as Knife Yusuf.
All the things were not past, what you're saying.
Yeah. When my dad used to tell me, he goes, yep, I'm a lot more patient now, but I'm just running out of time.
Well, it's true, as we do.
34-11 here as East Slamma Jamma just out having fun. Jack Oman, and up ahead, here comes Fahmy Yusuf, and that one comes down with a windmill dunk with a little cut by Fahmy. Oh my. Fahmy has 4. It's 36-11. I don't think I've seen a 40-point quarter, Rob.
Been a long time.
Shot off. Oman keeps it alive. Needs to go up with 2 hands, especially next week when AL and Valley. AL comes to town. East High comes to Valley. You can't go up one hand anything against those people.
Now it'll be a little different story as Coach Blakey's, he's new to the head coaching himself, and a lot of these players are learning the game and how he coaches it. So, a lot of things here for the West High Wolverines, but nothing but positive when you got a young coaching staff led by a fellow like him.
He's moving players in and out, trying to find a little bit of the rhythm and not going away. 36-11, 14 seconds to go. Raz wants to see some execution on this last possession as Bilal Yusuf, who has 3 3-pointers in as many attempts, brings it up with 7 seconds to go. Knife looking inside, goes to Bilal. He looks to drive, and he's going to be forced to shoot. Nope, they fouled. You don't foul jump shooters, and you certainly don't foul them 30 feet away from the basket. And Bilal Yusuf, an 82% free throw shooter, is going to the line. And Coach Blakey doesn't care for that one. First one up and good. 9 points, 13 points now for Bilal Yusuf. Make it 14, and he'll get one more on the 3-point attempt. And they'll come 1 point short of 40 in the quarter. Got it. So that'll end a very eventful, exciting first quarter for East Slamma Jamma. They lead it 39-11.
You don't just play, you game. United Sports Academy at CNOS Fieldhouse has every field for every player. 20,000 square feet of turf, 3 batting cages, volleyball courts, basketball courts, pickleball, and more. If you got game, you got to get to United Sports Academy. Challenge yourself and sign up for programs, teams, or even rent the facility. Lessons, sports clinics, and training for every athlete. Get your game on at United Sports Academy. Online at usportsacad.com.
When you add up all the Wi-Fi connected devices in your home these days, you'll be surprised at how many there are and how much bandwidth they're using. Do the math. It just may add up to needing faster Wi-Fi. Premier Communications has you covered with reliable internet speeds up to 1 gig. Keep everything connected with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call at 1-800-741-8351. Premier Communications. Looking ahead.
Tonight's East High basketball game is presented by CF Industries. CF Industries provides clean energy to feed and fuel the world, and the crowd has been fed and fueled tonight by East Slamma Jamma. What a first quarter, 39 points as we get set, as the ball deflected away as Jack Oman comes up with it. Bilal Yusuf, Manasseh, Knife, and there's a lob for Fahmy, can't get it. So Fahmy, Bilal, and Knife with Manasseh and Jack Oman. The Sioux City Tarps lineup for East High. Here's Knife Yusuf, who was phenomenal in the first quarter, as was Bilal Yusuf with 15 points. Slap down low and a foul call by Big Time Slaughter. I think Big Time just wanted a break, a little rest, as one of the best, if not the best, officials in the state of Iowa, Big Tom Slaughter. Outstanding. There's that high-low look. They like to go with Jack Oman. And Knife says, tired of dunking. I think I'll try a three. Can't hit it. Jack Oman with another hustle play. Here's Bilal Yusuf, and why not?
He says, go to that elbow where I like to shoot it on that left side. He's 2 for 2 from that exact spot of the court.
Bilal Yusuf has 18. He's been averaging 15 on the season. What a half by Bilal Yusuf.
You mean quarter?
Yeah, basically a quarter. Rob, we've talked about the play of Jack Oman on three, and that one's knocked in by DT Kraft. He had a big game the first time around, and he gets his first three. But Jack Oman's one of those players you really enjoy watch play.
Yeah, just like we talked about this and before the game started, off air, obviously, but Jack Oman, just one of those blue-collar players that you love to have on your team. Hard-nosed, tough defender, solid post-up player, but he can shoot the outside shot, and he's got spring in his step. He gets up above the rim.
He's part of Slamma Jamma, too. And free throw up and good by Knife Yusuf. 10 for him already. Double figures for Bilal and Knife. Manasseh Kasongo has 6 points. He's 3 for 3 from the field. All of them huge dunks. 44-14. Here's your score. 11 for Knife Yusuf, who played a big game at Lamar's the other night, as East High got off to a big lead there and held on. Tough place to play, Lamar's, and they have some good basketball players. Manasseh picks up a rebound, and here comes Slamma Jamma. Knife with a in and out move, dribble drive in, goes up, tries to score with the left hand, and is fouled there as another quick move to the basket by Knife Yusuf. Corey Westra on our PA tonight does such a great job, the commissioner of the GPAC. He's a busy guy. Spends a little time in the gym.
Maybe a little more coming up with the women's tournament. He always is down there for, I don't know how many games they play in Sioux City now, as they've gone to a different format, but 16 games or something like that. And he'll be right down there running that whole thing.
Knife makes both. He has 13. It's 46-14. Slamma Jamma leads, and there's a foul on Fahmy, who long at 6'5", likes to use that length, but you can't use it 40 feet out on a uncontrolled dribbler right in front of the official. It usually doesn't pay off.
Usually doesn't, and that's a somewhat of a sophomore mistake.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He'll learn in a hurry. Quite a talent is Fahmy Yusuf. East High continues to play that outstanding defense. Chris Logan's back in the game, and Chris is no bargain on the defensive end either at 6'4", the junior. KCAU player of the week. 10 on the shot clock. Long three by Hegna, off, no good. Good block out by Bilal Yusuf off to Cal Jepson, the All-State quarterback, kicks it ahead underneath the knife, double pumps, and in and out, no good. Montese with the rebound, and he scores.
Montese, I think I mentioned this last broadcast when we played Heelan up here, is just so quick off the ground. He just beats everybody up, springing out that step and just pulls that down with one hand and right back in.
Jang Ray not playing tonight. Jang's struggled with that foot. Says he's going to be back next week, and they're really going to need him. But the one good thing, Montese adds about 5 to 7 more minutes than he usually plays. It's not a bad thing.
No, not a bad thing at all. Maybe a good thing, and what you need here is it's turned out so far in this ball game.
Yeah, sometimes a shorter bench in high school with those 8-minute quarters, not a lot of time to play, certainly. 7 is a stretch, 8 is really hard, 9 is impossible. Montese dribble drives, touches it up and in. He's 5 for 5 from the field. He has 10. Rob, what do you think about, I really like how Minnesota does those 18-minute halves in high school basketball. You like that?
Yeah, I don't know. I see the advantages to it. You get a little more flow of the game. The stopping with 8 minutes sometimes is detrimental to a team that's on a run. So, I see some good. Wouldn't mind seeing it and see how that works out.
I'd love to see it. What are the odds we see it in Iowa?
Well, I'd like to see the 1-1 come back too. So
yeah, we want that for sure.
I don't know if that's ever going to happen.
We begged for the shot clock for how many years?
Since we played?
Yeah, no kidding. Try losing a sub-state game 48-46 with a stall ball.
Yeah.
Still bitter after all these years. I should get over that.
Well, you aren't changing anything now. So. We can still talk about it, though.
Yeah, we do. Hegna shoots and can't get that free throw. 74% free throw shooter on the season. He's had a solid year for Coach Terrell Blakely. Has Cam Hegna, who's back next year. And Coach Blakely says he really works at his game. In and out, no good there. Started backing away on his free throw. We don't like that. We like when they finish towards the basket.
Yeah, they've had some Hegnas of obviously great athletes, good basketball players for West for quite a few years.
Instant offense. Fahmy Yusuf with a tight cut, and it's so effective on that play when he makes that tight cut. Normally has a mismatch because the other guys are guarding the other 6-7 guys for East, and he slides in there so nicely.
A lot of weapons, there's no doubt about it, with the Black Raider team. In a lot of different areas. They can handle the ball. They got your ones, your twos. The ones can play twos. The twos can play ones. The threes can play a 1 or a 2. It's all over. And I've seen Montese even come out there and play the 1.
Fahmy, a 60% free throw shooter. That's going to get better as his career goes. Makes 1 out of 2. He has 5, and it's 51-14. East High leads. Long 3 put up, no good. Little half hook, nice play right there by Anthony Grant, a 6'4" junior. So he's coming back. There's that cut by Fahmy, and this time he travels and just going to work out some of those little things that a sophomore getting away with that in AAU ball, but things change when it, especially when you run into a crew like this, a veteran crew that does not allow that.
No, they don't allow the holding, the AAU type style defense. We saw that early on with the Yusuf boys. They were up in the grill when they were freshmen out here, and they finally got them away from that and just go to straight up good defense, and they've been sound defensive players since the second half of their freshman year.
Dribble drive in by Hegna, nice play right there, and first basket for Cam. As Jack Ullman gets the ball in the post, little hesitation, and there's that finish after a nice pause after he caught the ball, then made his move.
Yeah, and solid contact. Defensively, there was a lot of pressure there, and physically bumping chest to shoulder there, and you just don't affect Jack.
Dribble drive in by Trey Kraft. Jack, an outstanding football player, is Jack Ullman. who played his best game against Valley in the playoff game. They lost on the last-second field goal against that big Valley line who has a lineman going to Iowa State and Michigan. They said Jack had his best football game at defensive tackle.
Yeah, I mean, just look at the size of Jack and how he plays in the defensive tackle spot. He uses his brain so well. He's able to swim around the defense and get in there at the right time. And outstanding football player, but man, I've been so impressed with this basketball game.
Yeah, East High with the Yusuf boys and Jack Oman, Cal Jepson, and others, they're not going away next year. That's, of course, if people leave them alone. 53-20 is your score, and Jack Oman's going to get a layup on a beautiful pass right there.
I thought maybe we'd see a little bit of a Slamma Jamma out of Jack right there. I don't think he realized how open he was.
It's coming, as active as he is. Hegna for three, got it.
A nice looking shot there. He squared up nicely, just fundamental three-point basket.
Under duress as the 6'2 Yusuf was out there, and Bilal Yusuf just pulls up and he has 21 points, including 5 3-pointers in the first half.
Yeah, just a quick answer by the Black Raiders after Hegna made a nice looking shot of his own.
Dribble drive in nicely by Trey Kraft, and Raz, though, up 58-25, says we need a better effort than that on the dribble penetration. And speaking of dribble penetration, Bilal Yusuf has hit enough threes. He just drove in for his 23rd point of the half. What a game by Bilal Yusuf. What a game by the East High Black Raiders.
An incredible half. 60 points with a minute left here.
Kraft dribble drive all over, long three, put up and out, no good. Oman picks up his 5th rebound. On the run come the Black Raiders, but Bilal Yusuf doesn't have numbers, and he's going to get into their offense. Chris Loggins has checked in. Chris has been kind of quiet for him just because everybody else has been red hot. There's that move by Jack Oman, and he lays it in.
A lot of contact there, but Jack kind of wanted the foul, but that's what you get when you're a bruiser down low. You're not going to get a lot of those little bumps.
Jack was telling me 6'7" with that haircut. He wants to be, said, list me at 6'7". No, you got to be 6'5". 62-25. What a half by East High, following the outstanding play of their girls team, who played on fire all night. Dribble drive in, knocked away. Pick Case, 5 seconds to go on the fast break. Raz wanted a foul, didn't get it. Half court shot by Hegna, not going to decide to kick it off, and that's going to end a wild first half as East Slamma Jamma put on a show. They lead at 62-25. Come back for the second half right after this. East Slamma Jamma on a roll.
When the thermometer drops or the snow falls, you better come in to Baumgars, where we've got what you need when you need it. Like batteries and booster cables, sand tubes, ice scrapers, and antifreeze to keep you mobile this winter. Baumgars is the place for ice melt and snow blowers, heated pet bowls, and keep you warm clothing, like insulated boots, gloves, coveralls, and coats of all kinds. From the Midwest to the Rockies, when the cold wind blows, Baumgars got you covered.
At Premier Communications, we're all about connection. Connecting you to all the entertainment, work, and family you love with our phone, internet, cable TV, and tech support services. And now, that connection has gotten even faster with internet speeds up to 1 gig. Experience the next level of connection with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call toll-free 800-741-8351. Premier Communications, looking ahead.
Up to your neck and trying to swim through confusing insurance policy choices? Well, before you drown in coverage you don't need, contact Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. Ryan will help you assess your immediate and also long-term needs so you can clearly choose options catered to your home, personal property, or financial future. Contact Ryan and review your coverage today. 605-377-6776. Don't drown in coverage that you don't need. Stay afloat with Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. 605-377-6776.
If you want it spit polished and shiny like new, take your rig to C60 Detail. Bumper to bumper, side to side, top to bottom, and in and out. C60 works on everything. Cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, semis, and even farm equipment. You name it, they can do it. Your satisfaction is in the details. C60 Detail, just east of Hinton on C60.
Iowa Lakes is the biggest bang for your buck. I don't know why you wouldn't come here. There's more to community colleges than you think. It's not just go to class and go home. There's still so many fun things you can do on campus. I made some great friendships with my professors. Like, I wanted to go to class. I wanted to do their assignments. You know, I liked the challenge that they gave me. And I think that makes a world of difference. I couldn't have asked for more. My name is Lauren Flayhardy, and I think Iowa Lakes is the perfect place to be.
62-25, East Slamma Jamma just put on a show in the first half. Unofficially 25 for 42 from the field to start the game. Bilal Yusuf, 23 points, 6 out of 6 from the three-point line. Oh my. Knife Yusuf with 13 points. Manase Kasango Malu has 10 points, 5 for 5 from the field. Jack Oman with 8 points, 4 for 4 from the field. Chris Loggins, the leading scorer, averaging 22 points over the last 6 games for East High. Only with 2 points. Fahmi Yusuf, the sophomore star, has 6 points. Cal Jepson has shot the ball once. That was a three-pointer. Of course, he made that, as East High has just put on a show. This game was very close at West High until 6 minutes to go when East finally pulled away. Actually trailed in the third quarter, but not the case tonight as they came out with dunk after dunk. We'll have highlights and more as Rob Maynard will join us. We're at halftime, 62-25. East High leads, getting set for their big week next week as they'll play some of the top teams in the state, including 5th-ranked AL. You can see that game next Friday night on Metro Sports TV. And they'll play 2nd-ranked West Des Moines Valley at West Des Moines Valley Saturday. That'll be the 3rd game of our 3-game series at the West Des Moines Valley Shootout, as Metro Sports TV is heading to West Des Moines. We'll have Johnston and Norwalk at 12 o'clock. At 1:30, we'll have 4th-ranked Kennedy against 3rd-ranked Waukee Northwest, and then we'll have 2nd-ranked Valley against East Slamma Jamma, ranked number 8 in Class 4A, as a nightcap. Make sure you join us then. And then Friday night, the night before, Abraham Lincoln, ranked 5th, will play East Slamma Jamma. So big week of basketball coming up for East Slamma Jamma. It's halftime here. They lead 62-25, looking for their 41st consecutive win against city rival West. We'll be back with more right after this. This is Metro Sports TV.
The spirit of competition finds a home in small-town communities where families rally together to support the work and determination of young athletes. As a family-owned business with a focus on our communities, Central Bank is proud to support high school athletics. Good luck to tonight's competitors. Have fun, play hard, and make something great happen. Central Bank, member FDIC.
Iowa Lakes is the biggest bang for your buck. I don't know why you wouldn't come here. There's more to community colleges than you think. It's not just go to class and go home. There's still so many fun things you can do on campus. I made some great friendships with my professors. Like, I wanted to go to class. I wanted to do their assignments. You know, I liked the challenge that they gave me. And I think that makes a world of difference. I couldn't have asked for more. My name is Lauren Flay-Hardy, and I think Iowa Lakes is the perfect place to be.
KCAU and Metro Sports TV have teamed up to give you the most complete sports coverage in Siouxland. Watch live full broadcasts of local high school sports on SiouxlandProud.com. Just click Live Sporting Events under the Sports tab. KCAU 9 and Metro Sports TV. We're Siouxland proud.
62-25. We're at halftime. East High put on a show. And Rob, many highlights of the first half. And let's just start it right here and let her run. And we've seen East High play well, but look at this.
Start out with Monase on the show, and just to throw down on the breakaway. Not to be outdone right here.
Yusuf slams it home, and then he replayed it as there's that. Well, one of the three. We're going to throw in a 3, 6 out of 6 for Bilal Yusuf, but then Monase using that quickness on the baseline. Love that move.
Oh, man, just that quick drop step and hammer home there, and then look out here.
Knife Yusuf goes in and slams in another one. Nice basket cut here, and Monase puts it down, and then Fahmy Yusuf says, I'm going to show you guys how to dunk. Wham! With the windmill.
All started by a rebound down on the backside by Jack Odom in the outlet pass in transition. That was a full court transition play right there, and Fahmy with the answer.
We had a handful of fans coming up to look at our monitor as they wanted to see that dunk. And of course, you can always watch these games on demand on Metro Sports TV, and you can watch highlights tonight with Anthony Mitchell on Sports Zone, and I'm sure Anthony will pick some of those out indeed, as KCAU, our fine partners, will have highlights of all the big games around the area, including Coach Drent's big win over the girls. And I don't know what was going on at East High, but these kids are hungry, and both the boys and girls, there's nobody beating these two in a doubleheader tonight. They got to save this for Friday night against AL.
They want to hold a little bit back, that's for sure. And you know, now you come out here and you don't want to play lackadaisical to start the second half. You just want to play good fundamental basketball, work on some things. And for West, you just got to chip away, you know, still play your game. You know you've got some players out there. Just knock down a few shots from the outside to kind of spread out east and, you know, win some moral victories here. Is that they don't have a bad team whatsoever, and they've been in several games this year, just come out a little on the short end of the stick. So you got to keep chipping away, and you know, season-wise, game-wise, possession-wise, all that. So Wolverines got a lot coming down the road, though.
Sioux City Tarp starting lineup for East High. They'll have Chris Loggins at one guard, Bilal Yusuf, who you don't want to touch his hand because he is red hot. He'll be at the other guard. Knife Yusuf, Monase Kasango Malou, and Jack Oman. That is the starting lineups for East High, brought to you by Sioux City Tarps. Trey Kraft, Anthony Grant, Cam Hegno finished very strong. Jeremiah Whiteshirt, and Nathan Case will be the starters for West High. Starting lineups brought to you by Sioux City Tarps. There's a pass beautifully inside to Jack Oman, and Jack is 5 for 5 from the field. He has 10 points now, and the shooting percentage has just been outstanding. Shot off, no good. Chris Loggins needs to pick it up with two hands. He does beautifully and passes it ahead. Good fundamental play right there by Chris.
Yeah, just as you were saying that, you were thinking he wasn't going to do it. And he went down with two hands, pulled it off the hardwood, and had a good look, just didn't lead his partner enough on the pass.
Inbound play, Jack Oman looks on the weak side. He had Bilal Yusuf. Jack drives in and scores. Changes to his left hand. 6 out of 6 from the field from Jack Oman. So we're back 66-25. Jack Oman with a beautiful move there, switching hands and scoring on the left with the left hand. Jeremiah Whiteshirt knocks it in. Raz talked about that first game earlier this week. He said he just couldn't believe kids continually knocked in the three-pointers over and over. And another one there, and it's 66-27.
Yeah, there's a couple nice plays down on the offensive end. A good answer by the Wolverines on the three ball, and they just got to get back on defense and square up.
Bilal Yusuf misses his about his first shot of the game as he misses a free throw, and 23 points for the standout junior. Knocks that one in. 67-27 your score. East High will be at the Hive on Friday. The Hive, not the sting it was last year with that good team they had. So East High should win comfortably on the road, but then next week they have Sergeant Bluff here at home. That game will be on Metro Sports TV. Then AL on Friday. That game will be on Metro Sports TV. And then we'll have the big game down Saturday against Valley of West Des Moines. Big week for East High next week.
Yeah, some really good basketball, and like you say, you want to see them gelling, and they've done a nice job of that as they come around the big stretch here, and they struggled a little bit internally, as you could see in the games. I mean, they beat Heelan, but wasn't the same old East team we've been seeing tonight. We've seen it.
Backdoor play. We're going to give Montessay an assist anyway because Knife Yusuf missed the lay-in, but he stayed with it and tipped it in. He has 15. Big night for Knife and Bilal Yusuf. As White Shirt steps open and beats the double team, finds the open area, gets in good shot position and knocks it in. There's Montessay again. Montessay is 7 out of 7 from the field tonight as he lays that one in for his 14th point, 71-29. Such a quick step for such a big man.
Tough to defend on that block, there's no doubt.
Here comes the fast break. Chris Loggins is up ahead, and Chris is going to join the Slamma Jamma with a catch and a jam. Chris Loggins, hello.
A good look ahead pass. It doesn't take much room for Loggins to elevate and throw it down.
Slamma Jamma is in full effect tonight.
Hey, you look at these West players, though. It's a couple nice jump shots knocked down. They got some components. It's just a little overmatched tonight here in the Black Raider gym, but they do certainly have some players.
Now, the first game, I think, got East High's attention, and they've played like that. Ball dropped out of bounds by Nathan Case, a 6'7" senior who I think he sticks with it. He might be 6'10" by the time it's said and done. And as we talked about with those new rules in college, you can go and develop and
get about 7 years of eligibility.
Absolutely. And for a fellow like Nathan, that could be paramount. So 73-29 your score. Cal Jepson has checked into the game. The All-State football quarterback and outstanding Division I baseball recruit is Cal Jepson, as we got players all over the floor here, and hopefully they're okay. As Tavian Manning, who's played a solid game, caught an ankle, it looks like.
Yeah, he came down and then
half of East High landed on him.
Yeah, Knife had nowhere to go, and he had to come down too. They both hit the hardwood pretty hard. You'll hear a little bone popping on the hardwood. Never feels good.
Knife Yusuf will go to the line. Knife averaging 13 points a game, has 15 in this game tonight. Bilal Yusuf, the leading scorer, averaging 15. And Montessay is open on the flash, but Cal Jepson was double checking his feet as he got a little close to the end line. You want to be a good step back as Bilal goes in, all off, no good. Montessay tries to keep it alive, can't. And here comes the Wolverines. Metro Sports Thursday night, pull-up jumper, and nice shot right there by White Shirt. And this is what East High saw the first time they played West. Some kids just made shots. They're starting to make them now. Thursday night, East High, or excuse me, Dakota Valley will take on Sioux Falls Christian in a boy-girl doubleheader. Check this out. Sioux Falls Christian girls ranked number 1, undefeated, 12-0. Will take on DV girls, ranked number 2, 11-0. That's our first game. Our second game, Here's Montse inside, goes to his left hand. Great pass by Cal Jepson. Montse lays that one in. The second game of the doubleheader, number 1 ranked Sioux Falls Christian, 12-0 against Coach Jason Kleiss and his 5th ranked Panthers, who are 9-3 and played a real tough schedule. Long three put up, no good. Fahmy Yusuf has checked in the game. On the run, he comes and double fakes, and great block right there by Nathan Case at 6'7". Long three put up by Trey Kraft. It's West High with a nice transition. Trey Kraft has 11 points off the bench.
Another good steal there by Case. Got 2 good defensive possessions for him.
And then Kraft goes in and scores. So Kraft and Case doing an outstanding job right now as slow things down, and a little talk, and this veteran crew says, you know, we're not going to jump to conclusions, and both of you just be quiet and keep playing basketball. It's good officiating right there.
Yeah, you know, just control the game. Don't let it get out of hand. It's just competitive basketball. And Jepson didn't like the idea that Kraft pushed the ball out of bounds because Jepson wanted to run.
Indeed. And Kraft wanted to rest. He said, I'm tired of that. He gives a break. Long three by Fahmy is off, no good. We have Kraft and Jep still having a little battle out there as Cal went to set the screen, and Trey said, I'm going to go through it, and went a little too far that time and got a technical foul. So went just a little too far, and big-time Slaughter said, I'm going to restore order here, and we're just not going to have that. And Coach Terrell Blakey does the correct thing. He pulls his young player over and says, come down and sit down here for a while.
Yeah, a little back and forth there after that possession out of bounds. Down on the other end, just carried over into the next other side there, and then continued to chirp.
Nice job by the West High staff as they sit Trey Kraft down, and he's going to be in his ear nicely, but little learning moment as all 3 coaches are talking to him. So good stuff going on the bench for West High. One out of 2 for Bilal Yusuf. He has 25 on the night, and his night might be over.
Not a bad night if it is.
Indeed. 6 out of 6 from the 3-point line. Hope that carries over into next week as they will have some big games. Here's Fahmy. Steps through quickly, puts it up, doesn't use the board, and Jack Oman is going to come flying in and going to get called for a foul, and clock will be running now as 35-point rules in effect. Trey Kraft told Coach Blakey, I'm good, and going back in the game. So good work by all there with 7 seconds to go. Trey, who's played very well tonight with 13 points, gets it off. Higna drives in, ball blocked away by Fahmy Yusuf, and that's going to end the 3rd quarter with your score. East Slamma Jamma 76, West High 36. We'll be back with a 4th quarter. Right after this is Metro Sports TV. Thanks for joining us. Go to Metro Sports TV for all for our schedule, and we've got a lot of great basketball coming up this week, next week, all the way through tournament time.
The Sioux City Community School District is committed to providing students with boundless opportunities at every grade level. See how we're preparing students of today to be the leaders of tomorrow. Visit SiouxCitySchools.org.
You know that feeling? The feeling that things couldn't get any better? It's you at your best. Being your best means owning your health. It means not only meeting your goals, but crushing them then setting new ones. Partner with an Avera primary care provider. We are right here to help you create health goals so you can feel your best and move forward to your healthiest self. Choose Avera to own your health. Avera, moving health forward.
Trey Kraft continues his nice night by hitting a 3. He has 16 for Trey, as Coach Raz Vanderloo says, okay, my first 7, 8 guys, you've done a heck of a job. We're going to go with the kids and let them work, and some of these kids are not bad, including Aser Kasango in there with the little half hook, and he puts it in. The younger brother, sophomore, 6'5" of Monase, and Aser was telling me he got a dunk in the JV game tonight. He said, am I a member of East Slamma Jamma? I gave him junior membership. I told him I got to see it. He finishes the three-point play. So Aser Kasango is on the scoreboard. Frankie Stoos has checked in. Frankie, 6'4" sophomore, very effective player that's going to play some major minutes next year. Chase Tote, 6-foot guard, junior, he's in the game. Carter Ginger, 5'10" junior, outstanding golfer. He's in the game. And Jack Ritchie, younger brother of former East High star Cole Ritchie. He of football and basketball fame, 79-41. Don't forget that sub-state game with Cole and that group down in Norwalk when they played so well, and Des Moines officials just decided to send Norwalk to state. 79-41 is your score here, as Coach Raz Vanderloo does the right thing, and he's talking to his guys right now, and he's saying, fellas, we got to keep this up, because they were outstanding tonight all the way around. Aser Kasango is fouled. He's going to not go to the line yet, as we've got the five foul. I'm still not used to that thing. Was it 3 years? Still not used to it?
Yeah, you're just hoping one day that they'll turn it back around to our old school style.
Long 3 put up and knocking that one in. Chase Twait knocks that one in beautifully, and he squared up. And I'll tell you what, sometimes when you watch East High practice, these kids would be, Sarah with a big block. He wants to lead the break. He wants that dunk. He wants to be a member of East Slamma Jamma. He says to heck with his junior membership. Ginger drives in. Let's flip it around to Frankie Stoos. Frankie can hit that shot amongst other things. Very crafty player. That's 6'4". Aser steps inside, lays it in. Crowd was anticipating maybe a slam dunk, but just lays it in, shows some quickness.
Good spin move there, drop step. You wonder where he learned that.
Yep, and he's just a baby. Young for his grade, shot up and good by Jay Nelson, who's checked in the game. As Aser has not played a lot of basketball. He'll work at it this summer, and look out for him next year, just a sophomore. As we said, Raz's group's going to be pretty good. Aser off the glass with nice touch. Aser has 6 quick points, and the East High bench, including his brother, was up cheering that on. He's taken more than a few lumps during practice. He deserves this.
I imagine he has to work pretty hard in practice. Well, looking at who he's gone against and the way they played tonight, that's for sure. But just nice fundamental moves down there on the post, and he likes playing around the post, which is good to see. You don't see a lot of players that like that area.
Nope, that pure post play is somewhat gone away. A little hang time there, no good. Rebound pulled off by Jack Ritchie, and here they come. You ever watch that 30 for 30 on Bill Walton? That four-part
I don't think I ever saw that one.
Oh, boy, is that good.
Might have to look her up.
3, and it's good by Tway. Chase has 2. Looks pretty smooth doing it. Oh, no, you'll really enjoy that. Talk about pure post play. They say Bill Walton was 7'1". He never wanted to be listed as a 7-footer. Always went by 6'11", but he was much taller than Parrish and McHale, a couple of footers, and just a little shorter than Abdul-Jabbar, who was 7'3". 2.
Yeah, right in there, yeah, bet.
And you talk about pure post play. Boy, Bill Walton could play that, couldn't he?
Yeah, I always like guys that have such good footwork on the post. Oh, he was one of them.
And McHale was unbelievable. Long 3 is good by Jeremiah Whiteshirt, who has his 3rd three-pointer of the night. They said Walton and McHale used to just have battles in practice. Here's a Surrey getting a little anxious there, and he traveled as Walton and McHale would go up. And of course, McHale had all those incredible step backs and up and unders and double up and under, all that good stuff. And they said Bill Walton just held his own, wouldn't go for him. Oh, McHale. He was quite a player, too.
Oh, absolutely. He had a pretty good cast around him as well.
Yeah. This guy named Bird, boy, he was a good player.
Yeah.
Danny Ainge.
He was okay.
Yeah, Danny Ainge, not a bad athlete.
Yeah,
Played Major League Baseball for the Toronto Blue Jays. They said was one of the top high school football recruits as a wide receiver. And just for the heck of it, he's a scratch golfer. Not a bad athlete.
No, he wasn't.
Played in the NBA and the Major League Baseball.
They weren't bad. Of course, they had to get beat up a few times by my Lakers. So,
as a server is just having fun. He scores again. The big sophomore, he's making his time work. Long shot by Whiteshirt, no good. Frankie Stuess rips down the board. And here comes Carter Ginger. Here's Frankie. Chase Twait's going to put up another one and knocks it in. Chase Twait has 3 for 3, 94 points in the student body. They haven't left because they've seen such a show tonight. They want 100. Long 3 is put up. Minute to go. They're going to have to hustle to get it if Raz allows it. Steele knocked away by Carter Ginger. Leading the break is Stuess, and he lays it in. Frankie Stuess lays it in. Very nimble for his size. Crowd kind of on Frankie. They said, come on, join East Slamma Jamma. But he just wanted to put that in with the left hand. And Terrell Blakey says, you know what? We're going to run the shot clock down and not give up a 100 spot, 96-47. And I'm sure that's not going to, only the student body is going to be mad. Stepping through, nothing there. Long 3 put up, blocked away by Carter Ginger.
With a running clock, that'll
save some time, yep. Long 3 put up and off. 7 seconds and ball knocked out. Well, thanks for joining us on Metro Sports. Go to Metro Sports TV. Join us Thursday night. Big game tonight. So many people to pick as player of the game, but no doubt Bilal Yusuf is our Wall of Fame player of the game, Rob.
Yeah, no doubt in my mind. He's just shot the ball really, really well, and which the Black Raiders need to see that happen, and that kind of opened up the other part of the game. But his defense was phenomenal out there as well.
Knife Yusuf, phenomenal tonight. Jack Ullman, Monase Kasongo, just terrific tonight. As Raz Vanderloo finally got that game that he has been waiting for, and his team rolls. Thank you for joining us on Metro Sports TV. Thank you for all of our advertisers. Thank you to Sioux City Journal, KCU, for all their statistical and informative assistance. Join us Thursday night from DV, big doubleheader, and then next Tuesday we'll be here for the East High versus Sergeant Bluff doubleheader. Go to our Twitter and our Facebook page and our website, Metro Sports TV, for all of our scheduling and our highlights. And remember, you can rewatch all of our games on demand at Metro Sports TV. This is Pat Schultz for Rob Maynard and Levi Walton. Thanks for joining us. We hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Once again, your final score, East Slamma Jamma 96, West High 47. Take care, everybody. We'll see you Thursday night.